This is DayZ. We're here on PlayStation 5 Pro. We're doing a review update of the game as of 2025. Every year or so, I like to take a look at the game, talk about where it's at, and dive into the features, changes, and everything like that along the way. So, yeah, not the best state here for my poor character. Definitely has seen some better days, but I thought this would be a pretty fun, miserable start to look at DayZ on the PlayStation 5. So, yeah, this game has received a lot of updates over the years. The console side of things, it originally released as a Xbox game preview thing on the Xbox side of stuff, and then as it kept getting updated and released and changed, eventually it made its way over to PlayStation. They haven't really done like upgrades in terms of providing like a proper native version of PlayStation's DayZ yet, and that is a bit of a shame. So we're still kind of stuck with a, I guess you would say, backwards compatible type version or way to play this. But at least on the PlayStation, 5 Pro, there we do get the game boost, which helps a little bit. Oh, I thought for sure I was gonna make it. The pulsing health thing there. So when you switch servers or something like that, well, exactly like that, basically what happens is you get spawned at a random place. I think it's a terrible mechanic, but people like it because it's, prevents raiding issues and stuff, but this is a pain on everyone else. So yeah, DayZ is a hardcore survival game. You'll be trying to survive in a world with 60 players or more. If you go and play the community servers, like vanilla is 60, community servers is beyond that, theoretically, depending on if they want to, pay for it. And you can rent your own servers and set them up and do mods and all kinds of stuff. Totally up to you and how you want to experience DayZ. But yeah, this is a game. It's a hostile game. It's players are trying to kill you. Zombies are trying to kill you. You might fall and break your ankle. Who knows? All kinds of bad stuff happens. The environment's trying to kill you. The weather. You get too cold, you get sick. Eat some bad food, drink some bad water. You die. You may, again, you could trip on something and die, and there's, like, environmental things. Maybe there's some animals you might come across. They might try to kill you if you play on, like, one of the DLC maps. The bears, they get you too. Everything is trying to end your life in DayZ. And you're just trying to survive as a character that is basically, you can have a random survivor, or you could do like a bit of a slight pre-selected thing where it's, kind of picking, oh, I want to play as, this character or whatever, and you get to slightly customize it, but not really too deep. So yeah, it's a survival game, set primarily in, Chernarus, the classic place that started it all. This is a map that is, I think it's something like 230 kilometers squared of space, and it's forests, grassy areas, hills. There's a bunch of different environmental things that might pop up. There's there's a ski lodge, museum park stuff. There's some cool little castles, things like that to come across as you're playing, which is kind of cool. And you visit these places, and it's a bunch of towns, a bunch of cities. For the most part, though, unless you're like really enthusiastic into this game, you probably won't survive long enough to make it that far. But some people do. Some people do, which is cool. Yeah, but if you don't want to play the main map, DLC Livonia, which is like the main map, but it's kind of green and luscious. And then we've got the Frostline DLC that adds a bit of a snowy area, which is kind of new and cool, but I haven't been able to play that. Probably never will. I don't know. Who knows? Anyways, yeah. Going past that, survival. So there's zombies, because it's a zombie game. I usually say the humans are more deadly than the zombies, because the humans, other people are always trying to kill you, but zombies do have a bit more of a bite these days. They can actually cut you up and cause all kinds of damage, and they're deadlier than they were, and things matter, like in the bottom left there, sound. Crouching make less sound, prone less sound, running around makes lots of sound. let zombies know where you are. They chase you, they attack you, they climb things, all kinds of stuff like that. The zombies are always out to end your life, and you're just going around looting stuff, trying to gather items, trying to survive and live in a hostile world that's trying to kill you. And when you die, you lose everything. And it's a multiplayer only game, in case you were wondering. Wow, these zombies are really, really proficient today. Seriously, like, it is actually terrifying how proficient these zombies are. I think, like, every single hit has been a scratch against me. That's actually wild. A little bit luck based on whether or not you take damage. But yeah, this is a multiplayer only game. You can't play it offline, because I do crazily get questions like that all the time, which I guess if you've never seen this, maybe that's a fair question to think about. But, yeah. Can't play it offline, and you're dealing with other people. Some servers, first person only, some servers have different rules if they're modded, all kinds of little stuff. And you're going about exploring, gathering things, collecting resources, weapons, tools, whatever you can come across, and trying to go from there. And the game's interesting too, because like from a perspective of survival, it does have some mechanics where like you can craft. So you craft like a fire, and then you could like, you know, cook your food so you don't get sick from your food. You might come across, like, you might make a stick, like a spear kind of thing. You might, trying to think of some other crafting stuff that's, like, simple and not overly complex that you do in this. You know, crafting things like that, it's pretty basic, but it allows you to badly damaged. Is that even going to work? It basically allows you to make some stuff. And then you can go further with that. You might be able to make a base, but a base is a lot of work. Most of the time, you're not making a base unless you have a crew, but you could build like a structure and have like a wall and all that. And, you know, it's a cool concept. If it works. What, did somebody lock the greenhouse? That's kind of funny. And then there's gardening. So outside of building, there's gardening. So you can build a garden plot, and then, you know, you can basically produce some food if you're into that. Nice bright red and orange target for people to kill. It's just delightful. Yeah, a helmet too, and then, you know, people really know where I am. Yeah, so you can cook things, grow things, peppers, stuff like that. Pumpkins. There's seasonal events too. The game has seasonal events like Halloween and that, Christmas. Kind of nice little kind of seasonal things. As far as fixing goes, you can also fix cars, which is a lot of work and never worth the effort because, you know, people are always basically, you know, the cars, they don't run well and there's always problems with them, and, you know, they're immense amount of work to get going, and yeah, it's never worth the effort. Also, I should mention on PlayStation here, it's 1080p, 60 FPS. There's still like performance drops and stuff like that. It kind of stutters. That's just kind of how the game runs. Like I said, they never really, like, it never got the update really, so it's just kind of been the same kind of thing forever because it's still like it's not a native app. I think it still says DayZ PS4. Like, I got it like a next gen aware update where it was like a higher frame rate, but they weren't bumping it up for resolution or anything, so kind of got stuck with what you got stuck with. It's weird for how popular of a game this is on console, and it is actually quite popular on console. It is amazing that they haven't, you know, done more with this game, I guess you would say. Like, they update it pretty frequently, and I know DayZ 2 is in the works. It was part of the Microsoft leaked thing from the Activision Blizzard acquisition. So they are working on DayZ 2 with the Infusion engine that Arma Reforger is using, so that should probably be the upgrade, and they're just probably adding weapons and stuff like this and keeping this one going until that one eventually comes out. But yeah, I get the concept of what they're heading for with this, and I know it's neat. Like, the game has been updated a lot over the years. Like, they definitely have added to this game tremendously over the time that's gone by. Just kind of depends on how into this type of experience you are. I count this. Oh, that's like if I have a bag, I can pin it. I'm just like wondering for inventory. I'm like, man, I have no inventory to take these pills that actually might be helpful in case I get sick or something. Because this game, there's quite a lot to it. Like I've mentioned, it's a very tedious game and very technical game. Like there's a lot that you have to do in it. Like I got soaked. There's rarities of like how damaged or undamaged your gear is and stuff, and things can get torn and broken down, and you've got to manage that and gather supplies. You get cut and you have to bandage it up like I was doing. Oh, lots of bandages today. That's nice. Finding better gear so that you can hold more stuff. And if you get too good at gear, like maybe you'll find like a nice big backpack. That backpack might have like slow you down too much to be helpful because it's too fatty. And yeah, any moment could be your last in DayZ. It's actually kind of nice doing this in the rain. Like it's got different weathering, obviously. A day-night cycle that goes through. It's nice doing it in the rain because the zombies they don't hear you as much because your noise is dampened by the rain. That's what I was saying. Like really, really technical kind of thing. Like overly technical for survival stuff. Which makes it a lot harder to survive. Like, you should... Realistically, I'm not keeping myself warm, and I should be... like a fire would be good, so that I'm not, like, freezing or getting shivers, and... That's a whole thing. Armband. Oh, wow. Looks like there was, some sort of conflict going on here. A chili cast iron pan. Whew. That actually is something I'd like to have in my inventory, but it takes up way too many slots. Do I need a knife? I guess if I'm cooking or something, or trying to open stuff, a sharp knife. Guess I'll just take a tetracycline. And then can I have the frying pan? I'm gonna take it in my hands. See, they have fun stuff like that. Can I put it in my back pocket thing? No, I can't put it there. Because you get like a holder thing. Oh, crackers. Oh, crackers would actually be pretty good. I'm getting all kinds of loot here. Oh no, I wanted that in my back. So yeah, you get like back slots too. It is neat because it has mechanically evolved a lot as well. Like when I played this back in the day, it was not nearly as technical. I think I saw a person over here. Is that just a zombie or something? Talking to people, interacting with people too. Oh, that's gonna be annoying on the video. Changes your viewing distance. Like, it's all these, like, really overly mechanical, technical stuff that people kind of find fun for DayZ. But, like, DayZ is, it's a time commitment. Some people play this and they get just locked in it. And they just waste away hours doing this, and, you get killed or something, and it's all kind of to waste, as to say. So it really depends on your interest in this kind of game, because you could do all this work, and you can, like, slip on something and fall and die, or you get shot. Because, like, even mechanically for guns, your guns, you gotta make sure they're, like, loaded. You gotta load every bullet in. You gotta take care of the magazine. It's unlikely you'll come across many, I guess you would say, guns and guns with ammo, and that's the whole thing of everything, and just trying to survive. Like, it's not bad here on the PlayStation, and like I said, they've added a lot over the years, and they've definitely supported it. It's just kind of weird that we still don't have a whole native application for it, but, yeah, I don't know, it's in a pretty good state. Like, it definitely, on the Pro too, I did a video talking about it on the Pro previously, not too long ago, but it is better. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. This is really bad because I'm gonna be in this place where I can't literally leave because there's only one door, because the other door is, like, blocked, as to say. I can't believe I keep getting cut on, like, the first hit. That's actually really weird that that keeps happening to me. Like, that's just really rotten luck in DayZ. That's really rotten luck. But the game is what you make it. It's definitely, I don't think it's necessarily for everyone because, you know, the challenges of it, the difficulty of it. But, like, some people, again, the first hit every time. What is my guy? Just, like, a casual for, like, pain or something? He's just like, oh god, every time I get hit, I hurt a little bit on the inside. Seriously, though, I've never had a character that's, like, so into getting injured on, like, the first swap. It's crazy. And the crowds for zombies seem increased, too. It's kind of nice, though, like, you still get, like, little performance, like, things or something like that every now and then where it's not the best, but overall it's not bad. I like the paramedic jacket, but I'll go for denim. And they definitely keep adding new weapons and new items and new things. Like, it's definitely a game that keeps expanding. It is kind of funny, though, too, because, like, fans were wanting certain things over the years, and those never arrived. I think we were supposed to like a bow and arrow, and that never really happened. I feel like even the crafting kind of got like dulled a bit over time, but yeah, no, they've definitely added some fun little things to interact with. And why are you not closing? Oh, you've got to be kidding me! Still got that server lag stuff, eh? But DayZ is a game of what you make it, and yeah, I've had some fun with this over the years. I think other people have too, and it really is an experience. First, third, however you want to kind of play it, tackle it. It's all about survival and dealing with people and zombies and everything trying to kill you, and exploring a vibrant world filled to the brim with chaos and pain. No, but seriously, like it's got its moments. It definitely does. It's sort of, for me, it's like I did a lot of it. I was covering a lot of it on console, and then I've kind of, you know, moved on. But I'd like to come back and take a look at it and revisit it. And like it's been a little bit more recent for DayZ on PlayStation, but like on Xbox, I did a review in a couple of years, and then yeah, you kind of just come in every now and then and take a look at the state of it and see how it's evolving and changing. And yeah, it's a nice setup. It really is. Like it's playing a lot better on the Pro, and you still get those drops, but and the low resolution, which I find is odd. They never really bumped that up, but I think you can have fun diving into the world of DayZ. I think I mostly covered everything, right? Like there's, let's see, server changing, yeah, building bases, fixing cars, having farms. People might chew you up if they kill you. They might take your stuff. You know, you got to go find your body if you die, but usually it's gone by the time because you'll be somewhere else with lots of loot and, you know, all kinds of things. Kill you, zombies, people, the environment. Everything is just trying to end your life here. It's one of the most incredibly tedious and in-depth survival games. You got to manage your food and stuff. That's always a pain. Your water, how warm you are, whether or not your stuff's soaked. You gotta be careful of your stamina, the impact of stuff you have on your stamina. You gotta have enough resources to access food. You gotta have things to open your food and eat your food, not eat too much or you get sick. And then there's sicknesses you can have in this game, and a sickness if you eat people too. that's a problem as well. Yeah, and then the different maps. And I do have reviews of the other maps on the other map, at least Livonia on the channel and stuff like that. I'm bummed out I never got access to review the Frostline and stuff. That would have been really good, but yeah, you kind of get what you get, right? You would think with a large history and long history of covering DayZ, I'd have that, but sucks to suck. So I think DayZ is interesting if you're into this sort of hardcore, not easygoing, technical, you know, you're going to have to learn everything, nothing's going to be really given to you. I think that was, I was going to say that was the first time I didn't get insta-smacked and, like, bleed, but of course. Should have known that was coming. I'm going to be, like, screwed here. Oh, the work harder bear. Work harder, comrade. Like, I guess to some degree, some of the fun of DayZ has been how much it's changed over the years, like, covering it and stuff. It is, to me, really entertaining how different this game has become from when I first covered it on console and then saw it on PlayStation and then finally saw it here on the Pro, and yeah, Pipsy, nice. I'm sure it'll continue to evolve